Hello, today we're going to make some cute Christmas earrings using UV resin and some bezels. First you start by putting your UV resin tape down and then put your bezels on top. I use cardboard pieces on either side to make it easier to move around. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Then you go ahead and take your cardboard piece, or sometimes I use a jumbo popsicle stick, and very firmly press down the edges so it doesn't leak through the bottom. Then fill your bezels about half of the way full with UV resin. I'm doing these a pair at a time so they don't accidentally cure because I'm by a window. So for UV resin, you need a UV light to cure it, or it won't cure by itself. So take a toothpick, move it around the edges, and then bring up any bubbles that are on the bottom to the top. And then take your toothpick and see how there's a couple bubbles right there? You have to bring those to the top. If they're too deep, the lighter's not going to pop those. So see how it'll pop now? I came up with a different idea for each of these. This one, I had a leaf, and I took two of the smaller leaf stems off of it, and I'm going to use them as Christmas trees. Just push them down into the resin and cover them up. And I just thought this would be a really cute idea to use up some of the leaves I have. Then I'm going to use some gems that you actually use for fake nails, but we're going to use those in this resin project as ornaments for these trees. And anything that you can use for fake nails works really well with resin projects. I do that all the time because they're small and they work really good. I've restarted this video 5 times already because I have kids over at my house and they are being loud and making the dog bark. So I really hope I don't have to restart this video again, but I've already done this part probably 5 times. So hopefully we don't have to do that again. So we'll put these big clear gems here on the tree. And you're going to put 2 of those on each tree. And if they're upside down, just move them around. The more you move around though, the more bubbles you could create. Just make sure you're popping them again before you cure it if you have a lot of bubbles in there. Or sometimes even when you're pushing the flour down or anything in there, it'll cause a bubble. So just beware of that. Put it under the UV light for a minute and then fill it the rest of the way with resin. And then slightly overfill it, but not too much because we're going to go ahead and dome it in this step as well. To dome it, you just slightly overfill it, not enough that it's going to run over the edges. And then very gently take your toothpick and move it to the edges. It just gives your earring a more finished look. Pop the bubbles and put it under the UV light for a minute. The reason I'm just saying a minute is because this is going to continue to cure for each pair of earrings we do when we have it under the light. But if you're just doing one pair, do it for like 4 to 5 minutes and then a minute on the back. But because we keep on putting them under the UV light each time, there's no reason to set there for 4 to 5 minutes for each pair you make when you're going to continue to put it under the light. So we started just like we did the other one. We got the bubbles out. And for this, we're just going to take I put some UV resin on the toothpick and then dipped it into the glitter. The reason I did that is because I don't want to waste a little cup just to do this earring, because each of these earrings will be slightly different, so I'm not wasting a cup to mix anything with. Then we're going to put some of the green glitter flakes on top of it to give it some texture and different types of shine. Then we're going to put some of the big red gems, and then we'll also add some little red gems as well. And to me, this one kind of reminds me of like holly around Christmas time. So but it also kind of looks like, if you're squinting at a Christmas tree, what it kind of looks like. I don't know if anyone know it, like, when you're looking at a Christmas tree and you kind of squint. Anyway, so now we're going to start this like we did the others, but then we're going to put some green glitter flakes at the bottom. And then I crushed up some red rose petals because I was looking around for something red that's different, and I was like, this will work. So we've got some green and red, so we still have some Christmas colors. You could do as many of these or as little as you want, or if you really wanted, you could just leave the whole top part empty and just do green on the bottom, and that would look cute too. So It's whatever you prefer. And did you see how easy that was to move by using the cardboard pieces? It's brilliant. So then we're putting some green glitter flakes as the base. And then I thought of different ways I could do this. Now, if you just had like a little heart insert, that would be better. But I took some UV resin, mixed it with some ruby red, and then drew a heart. And this is like the Grinch. Like, you know how he's green on the bottom and then has the red heart, the little red heart. So that's what I was going for. But you could also, if you had a clear silicone mold, you could make them and just do that and then insert them in it as well that way. So it's, I don't know. There's so many different ways you could do it. I would prefer to have like little red heart sprinkles. That would work perfect. But that worked just as well. It's fine. So this we did glitter and then rose petals on the top. And then this one, we're going to make it look like a snow and ice type frost. And we're doing white and blue glitter flakes as the base. Going to put some clear gems in there to make it look like ice. We did some big and small ones. It also gives it a different type of shine in there as well. So it looks like little ice. And then we're going to add some of our fake sprinkles we've been using. We're going to put some of those snowflakes in there because it goes well with this pair. So you got some snow and ice themed earrings and dome the top. And this time I took it a little bit slower so you could see the actual doming process. You very gently take it to all the edges, just enough to where it's not flowing over. And it just makes the earring just look finished and nice. And then put it under the UV light. And I like to flip it over just like this, put it under the UV light for another minute. So when I peel them off, it makes it easy too, because you can peel it off and fold the cardboard down to get your, so your gloves don't get stuck to the tape. So for this, to finish them, you need a jump ring and an earring hook. You can choose anything you want. This is just how I'm finishing mine. It's easier with 2 pliers. That way you don't have your hands hurting by the end. You just use 2 pliers and close it up and make it look nice and even. And then you have a finished earring and it looks really cute. So now I'm going to show you each of these, how they look. Because this is, you can actually see the light shining through them. And that's when they're the prettiest, I think, is when the light's shining through them. So you can see through the clear. And they all turned out really cute. They're all completely different, which I like. And then this is them on their display cards. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I have a ton more videos on my channel, including a lot of cute Christmas tutorials as well. And we'll keep on doing the Christmas ones up until Christmas time. So please let me know which of these is your favorite. How would you have done the hearts if you didn't have the sprinkles?